Today on the channel, I'm going to show you how to play Dr. Feelgood by Motley Crue. All right, we're going to take a trip to Tinseltown today and learn how to play Dr. Feelgood by Motley Crue. This is a great song by the Motley Boys. It's off of the Dr. Feelgood album, obviously, back from 1988. And this is the title track of the album. This is a killer song written by Motley Crue and produced by Bob Rock, the legendary Bob Rock. The song is in drop D. The whole guitar is in D. It's down one step. So apologize for those of you that are in standard, but the song is in D. So if you play an E-shaped chord, that's a D, okay? So if you're going to play along, you're going to need to drop this down into D. Now you can play the song in standard, you just won't be in tune with me during the lesson or with the band, okay? So anyway, Motley likes to play in D tuning. It's probably easier for Vince to sing in, and it just sounds so heavy, right? So anyways, let's begin. The song is in the key of drop D, but we're going to pretend like it's an E. So all the chord shapes I'm going to show you are going to be written like the standard chord shapes in names, okay? So the song starts off with this riff that I just showed you right there. It goes into this thing that goes... Now, I'm not going to tab that section out because it's just a rhythmic thing. You're playing an E5 bar chord or power chord like this, and they slide into it. You can start anywhere, you know, 12th fret, 15th fret. You can go, and we're going to go, let's play this E5. So I'm palm muting, I've got this chug going on, and it goes, it's got like a 16th and the 8th. And on the very end of that phrase, I lift up, back to palm muting. Okay, now there's these harmonics. The harmonics are on the 7th fret, the 5th fret, and the 12th fret. I'm going to be playing the D and the G string together like that. And if you gotta have a whammy bar, right? So it sounds right. If you don't have a whammy bar, you just go. If you have no locking nut, I guess you could like play behind the nut here a little bit with it. But anyway, you're gonna go. Then a whammy bar down before the main riff, okay? It helps if you've got your bar screwed in tight so it stays like this. So that way you can go, and it won't go anywhere. If you got it floppy like, you know, Van Halen would let his whammy bar just flop, you got to pick it back up, or you got to hold it when you do the riff. So it's easier for me to hit these harmonics and let go of the bar. But you can do it like this. So it's 7, 5, 7, 12, like that. Cool, now there's the main lick, the main riff of the song. It's in the chorus and it's in the intro. All right, so what I'm doing there is this. So that's the first part. It's open 2, second 2, 3, 3rd fret 2, then 4, 5. But you got to shuffle. And if you palm mute it, the next part is we're going to go D, A, but we're just going 2 strings. It's actually kind of like doing an A sus4. but it's a D to an A. And the next part is, and then it's an E7 sharp 9, the Hendrix chord. Okay, so and I'm alternate picking. If you notice, I go the shuffle is the most important part of that riff. Even if you can't quite get the notes accurate, that practice it slowly. Sounds like a little jazzy swing. Motley Crue should like get a a residency in Vegas when they're like 80 and do this. They did that, it'll be like in 2 years, right? I'm kidding, they're just a little older than me. Well, quite a bit older than me, but you know, kind of close. All right, so that's the main lick in the intro and the verse, or the chorus. Now the verse is just like super easy. It's okay, that's it. It's A, then a G, bend it up a little bit, and then play an A. It's like not quite, but then we go. So it's A, G, F sharp, second, power E. You can just go. You can just ride G, F sharp, E down if you want. So all together slowly. Now the first verse, I think they're kind of they kind of just break it up real with a lot of space. And then some parts of the song in the verse they'll go. Okay, so that's the verse and the chorus part. There's a little pre-chorus where he goes, I've got one thing you'll understand. He goes, so I'm doing there's G, A to an E. These are 5 chords. The reason they're 5 chords is I'm not adding major thirds, and these are just root and fifth through the whole chord. So it sounds better for metal, rock, distortion. If you add major thirds, your chords start sounding flubby and crappy, and we don't want that in metal. So it's too sophisticated for metal. So you got to chug that E. And the last time he goes to a B, which is the 5. They do all kinds of weird sound effects in this song, which was probably all Bob Rock's idea, but there's a lot of whammy bar stuff. There's times where Mick is up here on the 12th fret on the A string and goes, and then the 12th fret. Okay, so there's really interesting things like that. Sometimes during the song you'll hear Mick do he's taking this 15th fret and the 14th, 15 on the high E, 14th on the B, like that. And sometimes he'll do this octave thing way up here on the 20 and the 17th throughout the song. So during the song there's little bits. Sometimes he'll do something like that in the E minor pentatonic. All right, just have fun with that. That's really not anything serious, or it's all ad-lib type things that you can add at your leisure, okay? If you feel like it. Now the guitar solo, we're going to jump right into the guitar solo because the guitar solo is pretty interesting, and it's quite easy. I mean, Mick Mars, he was a great player, man, but he wrote things that were great for the song, and they sounded a lot harder sometimes than they really were. So let's check this thing out. All right, Mick Mars had a chaos to his playing. It always made sense, but it had this chaotic, frantic feel to it, and he did really good at getting those parts down, like every record, and I think Bob Rock really pushed him to his limits on this album, and it shows. Okay, so at the beginning of this solo, where Mick says guitar, right? He goes. So we're going to do this. I'm going to show you the solo in segments. I'm going to show it to you in 4 segments, so it makes more sense. All right. So the first segment is this part where he goes guitar, and he goes. So what we're doing there is we're on the 12th on the high E and the 15th on the B, and we're going to bend it to unison. It doesn't have to be exactly unison because we want that Mick Mars chaos. And you kind of got to shake your middle finger or your ring finger that's holding this B string, because it sounds like the guitar screaming. Okay. Now the next part you can hammer on or you can speed pick it. All right. The next part is this repetitive phrase that goes. So we're doing 12, 14, 15 on the B, 12, 14, 15 on the E. And we're doing it really fast. Like he does that 7 times. If you're going to do the legato version, it's basically 2 down picks. It sounds really clean. Or you can go. And that's. Okay, if you can't speed pick quite that fast, watch the Paul Gilbert speed picking videos where he does these exercises, where he does this thing where he goes. And he works out this alternate picking thing where it's really hard to do, and I'm kind of rusty tonight, but that will help you skip strings with your speed picking exercise. And it's in 6s that Paul Gilbert does on his video. So, all right, so after 7 passes of that, we're going to go into segment 2. Now, my tablature, I didn't write 7 passes. I just drew an arrow on the tablature, but take it from me. It goes, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, and then he goes, he slides up to the 20th fret, and then he's going to go really fast. It's an open E string, slide up to the 15, open, slide up to the 15th. So after segment 1, which is, or like that. It's really hard to get that in there. That was definitely a punch-in, I would say, unless Mick just went for it and they caught it, and Bob was like, "We got it." So that part then goes, and then he's going to hit this harmonic on the 5th fret, like that. He's on the 5th fret on the G string. You could do a pinch harmonic if you want, like that. A pinch harmonic is when you catch the string on this part of your thumb right after you pick it, and you go. All right, then we're going to hit this 2nd fret on the G string, and this is definitely a pinch harmonic. He goes. Requires a lot of gain and probably a lot of treble, but he's going to hit a pinch harmonic on the 2nd fret and bend it up a full fret or a full step, and tremolo pick really fast and release it. At the very end, he does this little thing on the D string, like that. So we're going to go pinch harmonic on the 5th, 2nd, like that, okay? And then he's going to do this segment 3 of the solo. He does this diminished run. So we're 4, 7, 5, 8, 6, 9, and then 10, 11. But we're going to tremolo pick. Boy, that sucked. Like that. Okay, so that's just a diminished run. Guys do this a lot in solos because you can play a diminished run over anything and it sounds in key because it's just dissonant. And it helps you if you're going to change keys coming out of a solo. A diminished run just is a great way to do a transition. And then there's this little tapping thing where he does this, he goes, like that. It sounds tough, but it's not. What we're going to be doing is get your pointer finger ready and get it up here on the 12th fret, because you're going to have the one common thing is this 12th fret is your gravity note. What I mean by that is everything that you do, we're going to be going. These are the notes we're going to be playing underneath it. 9, 7, 5, 4, 2, and then open B. So we're going to be doing an open B string in between these. So in triplets it goes. Like that, and fast. And he hits a harmonic like on the 2nd fret on the B string. It's really hard to hit, but you can actually hit harmonics on the 2nd fret. Mick was great at getting these harmonics, man. In the studio, you can get it just right. You got to have your amp set just right. You'd never hear that success live. It's like almost impossible to get those harmonics live. They're captured lightning in a bottle in the studio, okay? So the very last part of that solo goes. Okay? And that's it. That's the solo. So from the beginning it goes. Something like that, all right? So you just got to practice it and get your timing down and have fun. This song is so killer to do that. Now, if you've got a Floyd Rose on your super shred guitar, it's going to be really difficult to get it to drop D if it floats, because your tuning's going to go all over the place. This is a Warmoth Super Strat that's custom made, and this has the tremolo bar fixed to the body like Eddie Van Halen does. You can't pull up on the bar. So if you've got a tremolo bar that's flush to the body, you can tune the guitar, drop tune it, and the bar will not move up and go sharp or flat. There's a lot of, there's 4 springs on the back of this thing. So just a little tip there. And that's how you get a drop D tuning without a lot of setup work on a guitar with a Floyd Rose tremolo, is get your bridge to set down on the body. And that's why Eddie did it like that too, because if you break a string in the middle of a gig, your guitar's not going to go out of tune. You just have to keep playing until you're done with the song and then swap the guitar out, right? So anyway, I hope this lesson was helpful. Hope that you liked it. Hope you liked the kind of content that I put on the channel. If you did like the lesson, please comment below. Please consider subscribing. And as always, have a great day. Peace out.